Here is my 40-foot shipping container. I put a door in it. It's 9 feet 6 inches high. So I have it insulated so when you open the back doors you can't get in, but there's a good storage area here. Here's a look at the door, and we just cut the hole with the 4-inch angle grinder and a metal cutting blade. And then I wanted ventilation, so I cut out the hole big so I could have a transom on top, and the insulated piece comes out. It's got a vent at each of the 4 corners, and I have a small vent on the opposite kitty corner of this for cross ventilation. And we can just go inside. I got the door at Menards. Here we are. So I have 5 baseboard heaters, a 5-footer and 4 3-footers. I'm heating this. It's a work in progress. And here's the model railroad. This is going to be the quarry here, and the quarry buildings are going to go right in here. And we'll just walk around and look at the process. Here's one of the rivers, Kettle River. My sawmill setup is going to go here. I have a lift out section that goes in there pretty easy, and I think it's just a piece of track. It just slides in, kind of the cradle I have here, and the bridge just sets in a little cradle on each side. Just a 1-inch board, and I just used 1-inch aspen lumber, and then I just reinforced it with this 2-inch thick piece of pine, and it goes in and out real easy. And that is the lift out. Using foam insulation for the mainline track bed, and for all the spurs I'm just nailing it right down to the cardboard, to the wafer board. This section this is the last part that's under construction. I wanted to show that in the video. And here's the last stream. Here we have it. So you can kind of see how I make it. I put down the screen, and then I put down wet paper towel, and then hydrocal I use on top. And so this is where I began working on the layout. This is the St. Croix River and the bridge on the old spur that ran from Rush City, Minnesota to Grantsburg, Wisconsin. I modeled that. I compressed it somewhat. The water is still in progress here. And then I did a bunch of landscaping here with the hills, with the hydrocal hills, and the track bed only on the main line. And this here will be this is the town of Grantsburg. It'll just be the depot and some buildings. And they had a manual turntable in Grantsburg to turn the locomotives around, and that's going to be modeled right there. This will be the spot for it. It's obviously not finished. The other track is the main line running up from between Wyoming, Minnesota and Groningen, Minnesota. Here's my workbench area. This is the hydrocal product that I'm using for all of my landscaping. Comes in this bag, and I mix it with just a couple cups so I get the proportions right. And my workbench. And here's going to be the town of Groningen. Right here, these buildings go with the sawmill. That's the elevator, the rock storage building, and the crusher building. There's the Groningen depot. the buildings are all set off in different places here, but so we have a main line going around, and this spur goes to the Sandstone Quarry, and the back line is going to be the main line, and here's the quarry setup is going to be right here, and here's I've been working on the rock face here, just using hydrocal to get the rock look on the quarry. Obviously this will be painted, and this is the active wall that they're going to be quarrying, and I got the drill lines marked in on the rock wall, and then there were some big spoil piles there, and so I have a lot of leftover hydrocal that I break up for that. And then here's a model of one of the Kettle River bridges on the Northern Pacific. All of this track is modeling the Northern Pacific. Some areas follow it closely, and some areas it's a loose representation. And here we have where the sawmill is going to be. I just have the building staged, and again the main line I have the track bed under, and the sidings and the spurs I just have them at a lower level this way, so it's more authentic. And so pretty much this is where Wyoming is going to be. And so we have the depot building already used on different other layouts, and this is where the water tank is going to be, and just in the process of getting this part down, so it's not all totally figured out. But so all I got left is this area here, and this here going to be a trestle bridge there, and then just be connecting up to this St. Croix bridge there, and then we're done. The backdrop, this is the old backdrop from my old layout. It's going to be redone and removed, but it's better to look at than the silver walls. Anyway, here's a look at the kind of the whole thing, and I have a light switch for the lights, and the other switch is for 5 of the heaters I can turn, or all the 3-foot heaters I can turn them off, so I don't run them if I don't want to use that electricity. And then there will be a ceiling fan right here. So this is pretty much the whole setup. Thanks for watching.